t squared minus natural log of 2. Natural log of 2t squared over 2 equals?
Length squared.
Wait, we're not done. One more step.
Oh, no, move 2 in front.
Move to it.
Oh, tricky.
2 length. 2 natural log of 2.
Would you count it off on there?
What? To not simplify that last step?
Yeah.
Computer might, right?
The computer might count off for that. I doubt I would take off for that. You know, it's good to practice the skills of moving it around, making it as simple as possible.
Yeah.
As we get further along, that last expression is a simpler one to work with than the previous one. So you'll want to be able to see how to get from one to the other.
Alright.
But since you're working ahead, Nolan, I wouldn't count off on yours.
Thanks.
No problem.
But which Nolan? The first one? Or
The Nolan, yeah, the Nolan that hasn't taken any of the quizzes on the thing yet, I won't count off on him.
Sure.
The Nolan that's done that.
You were here.
You can take the quiz 6 times, right?
Yeah.
You bought the.
Yeah.
Actually,
no,
uh,
5. I see
yeah.
that.
Actually, increase the number of attempts you get on the quizzes to 5.
Oh.
So you have
So you
5
can take it
attempts.
10 times.
Yeah.
Although Nolan 2 has a 0.
Yeah, boy.
All right. Any more questions? All of them but 50 and 51.
We just go big over these two.
Go big, huh?
Right?
52. Okay. Says solve for y in terms of t or x as appropriate. Number 52. Natural log y squared minus 1 minus natural log of y plus 1 equals natural log of sin x. Okay, so we want to solve for y in terms of x. Anybody know how to get started? So we get started by saying that's a sign, and we freak out?
Yes.
Okay.
Run away.
Good, good.
Actually, I myself was down.
So we just do this, right? We just cancel all the natural logs?
Yeah.
Makes it a lot easier,
That'd
right?
be awesome. Divide y squared minus 1 divided by y plus 1.
Okay, so we use our law of natural logs, or one of our properties. Okay, so we can do, from our vast knowledge of algebra, we know we can do something with this.
We can, that's, no,
We can,
expand it. No.
no,
I don't
we
know.
can expand it.
Factor, not factor, it already is factor. No, because you can
Factor.
factor 1 plus, or y plus 1. No, my bad, I don't know. He doesn't say y plus 1
Well, no,
Y squared minus 1 can be factored.
into,
y plus 1, y minus 1.
right.
What I'm saying.
We remember that if we have a square minus another square, that cancel out, and that's what you're left with. What are those called again?
Well,
Well, I know it's FOIL with property, but
Opposites.
numbers?
right?
It's a difference of squares.
Good
That's how I'm going to go.
You get that right.
You're right.
We can factor this, y squared minus 1, into y plus 1 and y minus 1 over y plus 1. And that's just something you're going to have to recognize in order to simplify this. I know you've used these before, like the conjugates.
Yeah.
Okay. And it only works if you have a difference of 2 squares right here. Okay? So if this was y squared minus 2, this does not equal y plus 2, y minus 2. Okay? Because this is not a square.
Oh.
Okay? Now what?
Cancel out the y plus 1.
Cancel these? Now what? You what? Can we set it to 0? You want to bring this to the other side? We can do that. I don't know if it helps us.
It's the natural log of y minus 1 is the same as e to the y minus 1. Something like that, I get it.
That would be e to the x plus y minus one.
I don't know if that helps us either.
Are we done?
No.
Oh my god. I just. Yeah.
Solve for y in terms of x.
Actually, if you go with Rudo's suggestion, that's not a bad way
Okay.
of trying to.
Let's subtract.
We have to get y out of this? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Y. Oh, and then e to 0 equals y minus 1 over 7x.
Okay. Move over here. Okay, so what was the suggestion?
E to the 0 power equals y minus 1 over 7x.
Okay. To get rid of our natural log, we need to take the inverse of it, the inverse operation. It's like if we have addition over here, we need to subtract to get rid of it. The inverse operation of the natural log is E. Okay? So we want to take both sides here and raise them to raise e to the power of both sides. So what we're going to be left with here is e to the power of natural log y minus 1 over sine x equals e to the 0 power. Okay, what happens here? E to the natural log. Okay, e and natural log will cancel each other out, and you'll just be left with what's inside the natural log. And what's e to the 0 power? Anything to the 0 power is 1. Okay? Now we have a function that we can work with. Okay, we're going to multiply the sine x to the other side. And then we're going to add the 1.
What does it be? Sine x supposed to be?
No, because when we multiplied sine x times 1,
Yeah.
and we just get sine x.
Okay, but like, say you were like, move the minus 1 over first, or plus 1, so it'd be like 2.
Well, since this is a fraction,
You don't wanna do that?
you can't move that 1
Still, okay.
until you get rid of the sine x.
Alright.
Okay, we only have about 3 minutes left. If there's another question, I can do it. If there's not, Dr. Love, I don't know if you
I can come up with some harder problems that we could do. real
well, I didn't know if you wanted to, if you had any announcements or.
Nothing that I know of. I noticed that only 3 people have attempted the quiz before class started today. It's in your best interest to start that sort of on Tuesday, so that if you identify that there are problems you're having, you can bring them to class and we can talk about them here. So I would recommend that you start the quiz on Tuesday, the day it's assigned, just so that if you have questions, you can bring them here and get them answered as efficiently as possible.
I will take it tonight.
All right. Just once or twice?
Probably twice, not the joke, I think 5 times.
All right.
Depends on how big of a headache it is.
All right, have a good day.
Right.